Chinese radicals 中文部首第13页 to 第17页 The Chinese radicals are rough equivalent of Chinese alphabets. Every Chinese character is classified under a radical, the radicals being sorted by the number of strokes used in writing them. Strokes are pronounced as 笔画 in Chinese. There are 11 basic 笔画 in Chinese writing system. These are the basics 笔画. These are their Chinese names, pinyin names, English meanings, and examples. First, please read with me. 点、横、竖、撇、捺、提、横钩、竖钩、斜钩、横折、竖折。Oh, then please write the 笔画 with me. 点 top to bottom, 横 left to right, 竖 top to bottom, 撇 top to your left, 捺 top to your right, 提 bottom to top, 横钩 left to right and then hook, 竖钩 top to bottom and then 钩，斜钩 top to your right and then hook, 横折 left to right, top to bottom, 竖折 top to bottom, left to right. There are 6 rules to use these strokes. Number 1, from left to right. 川 means river. 撇 竖 树 人 means person. 撇 捺. Number 2, from top to bottom. 3 means 3. 横 横 横. Okay. Number 3, horizontal before vertical. 横 before 竖. 10 means 10. 横 竖. Number 4, from outside to inside. 月 means moon. 撇 横折钩 横横。 5, middle before 2 sides. 小 means little. 竖钩 点点。 Number 6, inside before closing. 竖横折横横。回 means back. 竖横折竖横折横横。 Radicals of numbers. First, please read with me. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10。 1 横 2 横横 3 横横横 4 竖横折撇竖折横 5 横竖横折横 6 点横撇捺 7 横竖折8撇捺 9 横竖横折弯钩撇 10 横竖。 Let's review the evolution of the Chinese radicals. 甲骨文 Oracle bone script is used from 1400 to 1200 BC. Bronze script 金文 is used from 1100 to 256 BC. Large seal script is used in Zhou dynasty from 1100 to 256 BC. Small seal script 小篆 is used in Qin dynasty from 221 to 207 BC. Clerical script 隶书 is used in Han Dynasty from 207 BC to 220 AD. Standard script, 楷书, and then running script, and then draft script, and then simplified script, 简体字. We will call simplified script as modern script in the future speech. Alright, now let's talk about the Chinese radicals. Chinese radicals will be the foundation for your future Chinese writing study, so pay a lot of attention to these Chinese radicals. You need to remember the pronunciation, the meaning, and how to write those Chinese radicals. The Chinese radicals inside of the brackets has actually the same meaning of the radicals in front of them. For example, the radicals 人 has a meaning of person, and this radicals inside of the brackets also pronounced as 人 means person. This radicals is a kind of variation of the 人 person used in other characters, so be sure you can write that radicals also, and can recognize those radicals in other complicated Chinese characters. Alright, let's talk about the story behind the Chinese radicals. First, let's talk about 人. The original meaning of 人 is the laborer of the body, means people. In 甲骨文, it is pictographs, and the glyphs are like animal figures with vertical arms, or someone is asking for a good gesture to someone else. In 金文 Bronze script, the figure is similar to that in 甲骨文, but in 篆文, the large seal and small seal script, the figure actually highlighted the image of the work of bending over the arms and facing the earth and back to the sky, like picking hands or working on the ground. The 隶书 official script has a large deformation, and the image of the arm completely disappears. 刀 means knife. The original meaning of the word is a cutting instrument with a sharp edge, or we call it a knife. In 甲骨文, it is a pictograph. The cleave is like a long-handled tool or weapon with a sharp edge. The Bronze script 金文 has been transformed. The 隶书 used the 横、折、钩 and 撇 to represent the shape of the knife and the edge of the knife. Then 力. The original meaning of 力 is strong arm, but in modern days it means power. In 甲骨文, 力 is like a downward stretched hand. It is a deformation of the right hand. In ancient times, if a man has a strong arm, it is usually because he worked with a large amount of daily manual labor, and people also use the strong arm to represent the invisible power. 金文 basically continues the shape of the 甲骨文, highlighting the image of the finger. You see, those are the fingers. But the 隶书 has a large deformation, and the arm image disappeared. So pay attention to the difference between 刀 and 力. For 刀, the script is like 横、折、钩 and 撇. But for 力, it's also 横、折、钩 and 撇. But the 撇goes out above the 横. Next one, 右. 右, the original meaning of 右 is to grasp. It's a hand. It's your right hand. 右音甲骨文 is like a hand holding something. So it means to take something. It's a verb actually. But in 金文 and 篆文, the shape are similar. In 隶书, the shape has been deformed. If you can make up a way to remember the two meanings of the characters. 右 originally means hand, but since you have two hands, it also can mean again. So one hand, and again you have another hand again. Number 5, 口. 口. The original meaning of 口 is an open mouth. In 甲骨文, 金文 and 篆文, they have similar shapes, that is open mouth. But in 隶书 and modern script, we use the small square to represent the mouth. Alright, let's first read these 5 radicals with me. 人, 刀, 力, 右, 口. Let's write them. 人, 撇, 捺, 撇, 竖, 刀, 横, 折, 钩, 撇, 竖, 竖钩, 力, 横, 折, 钩, 撇, 右, 横, 撇, 捺, 口, 竖, 横, 折, 横. Okay. Number 6. 围. 围 means to enclose. 围 is like a sheepfold with fences on 4 sides. If you put 人 inside of the fences, then this change into another character pronounced as 囚, means prisoner. In modern script, it is a large square. Remember, 口 is a small square, but 围 is a large square. But when you write it, make sure write it according to the stroke order. That is 竖, 横, 折, 横. Alright, number 7, 土. 土, original meaning of 土 is earth. In 甲骨文, there is a general rule that a long horizontal line can represent the chaos at the beginning of the world. It could represent sky high above or land under our feet. Specifically, if the long horizontal line is on the top of the character, it refers to the sky. If it is on the bottom of the character, it refers to the earth. In the case of 土, it represents the earth, and on top of the earth, there is a high mount on the ground. For the modern script, you can remember this is a long horizontal line representing the earth and a crossing above the earth. But be sure to pay attention to that. This is not the original meaning of the 土. It is only used for you to easy to remember the meaning of these characters. 好, next one. Number 8. 西. The original meaning of 西 is moon. So you see in 甲骨文 it actually has a shape of moon. 金文 actually continue the shape of 甲骨文, but in 篆文 they add a vertical line inside of the moon to indicate the moonlight. Actually, it indicates the moonlight is not clear, it's a very dark light. In modern script, we use 撇 and 横, in 撇 and 横撇 to represent the shape of the moon, and the dots in 点 inside of the moon to represent the moonlight. 大. The original meaning of 大 is an adult standing in the sky. Adult standing in the sky with open arms and legs. In 甲骨文, it actually has the shape of the person with open arms and legs. 金文 and 篆文 continue the 甲骨文 shape. 隶书 lost the person's hand shape. In ancient times, a person's physical figure was equated with a superior ability. Therefore, a person who is big also means who is superior. Number 10. 女. The original meaning of 女 is female. The glyphs in 甲骨文 is like a knee-squatting person who are quietly overlapping their hands when they sit on the ground. 金文 and 篆文 continued the shape of the 甲骨文. The 隶书 has largely changed the shape of the radicals. The human shape and the hand shape disappeared. In modern script, you can remember that the long horizontal line represents the arms of the female, and the 撇, 捺, and the 撇 represent their crossing legs. Alright, let's read those 5 radicals one more time. 为, 土, 西, 大, 女. Now let's write 为, 树, 横折, 横, 土, 横, 树, 横, 西, 撇, 横撇, 点, 大, 横撇捺女横撇捺撇. Alright, let's talk about the 11th radical 子. The original meaning of 子 is a kid wrapped in a skirt with the arms stretching out. It is not independent children. In 甲骨文, it is a line drawing of a child, the head, the arms, the feet. 金文 and 篆文 continues the 甲骨文 shape. The 隶书 has played down the image of the 2 hands of the baby. In modern script, you can remember the long horizontal line represents the arms of the kid, and 横撇represent their heads, and 竖钩 represent their legs wrapped in the shackles. 好, next one. 寸. The original meaning of 寸 is the position of the pulse in the wrist. In 甲骨文, it uses a horizontal pointing symbol to indicate the pulse position in the wrist. The 隶书 has large deformation. In modern script, it uses the dots to indicate the length of inch, and 横 竖钩 is a deformation of the wrist. Next one, 小 means little. The original meaning of 小 is subtle sand, but the current meaning is small. It has the same origin of the word sand. In 甲骨文, it refers to 3 particles of tiny sands. 金文 and 篆文 continues the shape. In modern script, the shape changed. It's using 竖钩点点 to represent the sands, which means small. Next one, 弓. The original meaning of 弓 is the in general multi-purpose iron used by ancient craftsmen. It can be painted, can be hammered, can be cut. In 金文, 弓 is written as a multi-purpose instrument, and it consists of a 横, a big head, and a knife shovel, and simplified the shape of the 甲骨文. In modern script, you can remember this as a T above the long horizontal line. Remember, the long horizontal line on the bottom of the word represents the ground. So you can remember this is a T-shaped nails standing on the ground. Next one is 腰. The original meaning of the 腰 is a single curly silk. So single curly silk. In 甲骨文, you can see that it is really the shape of the curly silk. But in modern script, we use 撇横, 2撇横, and 1 dot, 1点 to represent this single curly silk. And the meaning of 腰 is tiny because silk is very thin. 子、寸、小、弓、腰。子、横、撇、竖钩、横、寸、横、竖钩、点、小、竖钩、点点、弓、横、竖、横、腰、撇横、撇横、点。Number 16, 弓. The original meaning of 弓 is the use of flexible arches and string archery or bullet of ancient warfare. In 甲骨文, it is like a wire string on a curved arch with a hook at the top. In 金文 continue the shape. In modern script, 弓 is written as 横钩。横折、横、竖折、竖钩。So it also has a shape of bow, but it is used as strokes to represent the bow. The bow. 好 next one is 心。The original meaning of 心 is heart, the blood pumping organ of the human body. In 甲骨文, the glyph is like an organ. 金文 increases the image of the entrance duct of the artery and vein. And in modern script, 心 here use 3 dots to represent the blood, and 斜钩 to represent the vessel. Next one is 戈。戈 the original meaning of 戈 is dagger axe. So this is a dagger axe. It's a weapon in ancient times. In 甲骨文, it is the shape of the weapon, but 金文 and 篆文make it a little bit complicated. And in modern script, we use 横、斜钩 and 撇 to represent this weapon, and the dots. You can remember this as a blood on the weapon. And then 19, 手. The original meaning of 手 is 5 fingers or the forelimb of the person. In 甲骨文, the 手 is like a 5-finger stretch. 金文 continues the shape of 甲骨文, but the 隶书 has changed the form a lot, where the fingers has disappeared. They use strokes to represent the shape of the fingers. So they have a 撇 and 2 horizontal lines and 竖钩 to represent 手. Okay, next one, 日. 日, the original meaning of 日 is a glowing celestial body. In 甲骨文, it is a circle plus a dot, indicating the celestial body with luminous light. 日 shines in the daytime and used as an opposite to the moon, 月, that glows in the night. 金文 and 篆文 continues the 甲骨文 shape. In modern script, we use vertical rectangle and a line in the middle to represent the sign. Okay, let's read them. 弓、心、戈、手、日. Let's write them. 横折、横、竖折、竖钩、心、点、斜钩、点点、竖、点点、戈、横、斜钩、撇、点、手、撇、横、横、竖钩、日。 This show in the bracket 横竖钩提竖日竖横折横横。Number 21, 月。The original meaning of 月 and 西 are the same. Remember, 西 means sunset, but originally it also means the moon. The origin of this character also means moon. But 西 and 月 are differentiated in the later days. In 甲骨文, it has the same shape of the moon. And in 金文, it added a vertical line to represent the moonlight. But in modern days, we use 撇横折钩 to represent the shape of the moon and 横横 to represent the moonlight. 22, 22, 木. The original meaning of 木 is a tree rooted in the land. In 甲骨文, it is a tree with branches and roots. 金文 and 篆文 continues the shape. 隶书 faded the image of the branches in the shape. In modern script, you can remember that the long horizontal line and the 撇 and the 捺 represent the twigs of the tree, but the vertical line represents the branch of the tree. So pay attention to this character and this character. So in modern script, we do not use 竖钩, but in running script, we use 竖钩. So in modern script, when we write 木, it is 横竖撇捺. Next one is 水. The original meaning of 水 is a mountain spring splashing from a mountain rock or a cliff. But in current days, we use 水 to indicate waters. In 甲骨文, 水 is like a drop falling on a cliff. 金文 and 篆文 continue the 甲骨文 shape. The modern script has a large deformation. The 竖钩 represents the main branch of the water, but the 横撇 and 撇捺 represent the tributes of the water. Next one is 火. 火 the original meaning of 火 is fire. In 甲骨文, it is like the three flames on the ground. Later script simplifies the flames on both sides and writes the main flame of the fire into a human being. So we have human and then we have two fire. Then in the modern script, we use a person in the middle and two dots on each side to represent the fire. Now let's read these four radicals. 月木水火. That's right. 撇横折钩横横木横竖撇捺水竖钩横撇撇捺 and 水 in the brackets 点点提火点撇捺点火 in the brackets 点点点点。Next one, 田. The original meaning of 田 is field. In 甲骨文、金文、篆文、隶书 and modern script, the shape are all similar. So you can remember this as a large square, 围, with a 10, 10 inside. 木. The original meaning of 木 is human eyes. In 甲骨文 and 金文, these are the eyes. These are the shape of the eyes. But in 篆文 and 隶书 and the modern script, it becomes a vertical I. You can remember it is a big I. So we use this one to represent the moon, the eyes, the human eyes. Next one is 是. The original meaning of 是 is for the gods to show signs to the little human beings. In 甲骨文, the two lines above represent the sky, and the vertical represent the signs that are shown from the sky. And then this 金文and this is a 篆文, they have similar shapes. But in modern days, let me explain a little bit. Now, the ancient ancestor used the self-consciousness to map the outside world and personalize the heavens and the earth. They believed that the omnipotent gods lived in the sky, such as the sun, and the changing of the shape of the moon, the rainstorm, and the drought, and the clouds, and the tornado are the revealing of the will of the gods. Therefore, every time the ancestors saw a special celestial image, they held a ritual activity to express their respect to the god. In modern script, you can remember the two horizontal line represent the sky, and the bottom part, which is a little 小, represents a little human being. Okay, so next one is 细. 细, the original meaning of 细 is a single curd silk. See, this is a knot, and this is a single curd silk. In 甲骨文, it is like a single curd silk with knots. In modern script, we use 撇横点 to represent the silk, and use the little 小 on the bottom to represent the shape or the size of the silk. So this together it means fine silk. The original meaning of is a verb means to take something. In 甲骨文, the glyph of is like the outline of a mushroom-like human organ that has been cut. Because on the ancient battlefield, the soldiers cut off the ears of the dead enemies as a way to count how many people they killed. In modern script, means the ear. So nowadays we use 横 and 竖 横 to represent the ear. Next one, 一. The original meaning of 一 is a verb indicating two arms inserted into the two sleeves. So these are the two arms, these are the two sleeves. The art is going to insert into the two sleeves, put on the top. That is to wear something. In 甲骨文, the glyph is like the two sleeves and the two arms. 金文、篆文 continue the shape, but in 隶书 and modern script, the shape has changed a lot. You can, for you to easier to remember, to associate the meaning and the shape of the character of 一, you can remember it like this way. 点 represents the hands, 横 represents the shoulder, 撇 and 捺 represent the arms, the two arms, and the 竖钩 represents the legs, and this 点 represents the hands, which is going out of the sleeves. Alright, let's read. 田木是密而一 Let's write. 竖横折横竖横木竖横折横横横是 横横竖钩点点是点横撇竖点密撇横撇横点竖钩点点密撇横撇横提耳横竖竖横横横一点横撇竖钩捺点点横撇竖点点 Remember, pay attention to the difference between 是 and 一. The variation of 是 in other characters has only one 点. This 一 has two 点. You can remember this as one is the sleeves and one is the hands out of the sleeve. Next one, 言. The original meaning of 言 is tongue and words. In 甲骨文, the glyph as a short crossing symbol at the tip of the tongue, indicating the movement of the tongue. In the later 隶书, the tongue shape was simplified into 3 horizontal lines and a mouth. In modern script, you can remember that 言 means speech, so it is related to the 口. And these 3 horizontal lines represent the tongue, and the 点 on the top represents the movement of the tongue. Next one, 贝. The original meaning of 贝 is an aquatic shell. In 甲骨文, it is like the shape of the shell. The outer shell of this soft aquatic animal is regarded as rare by the ancestors because of its beauty, longevity, and redness. It later developed into the original currency. In modern script, we use 竖 and 横折钩. In modern days, we use 竖 and 横折 to represent the shape of the shell, and the person inside of the shell to use person inside of the shell to represent 贝. Why is that? For you to easy to remember the shape of the 贝 and its meaning, you can remember that because 竖横折钩 represent the shell, and the shell represents money, so the person love to live inside of the money. But this is only an easy way to help you to remember the character. Pay attention to that it is not the real origin of this character. 好, next one, 走. 走 means the original meaning of 走 is to run with arms waving. In modern script, on the top it is 土, and on the bottom it is the scratch of the way people walking very fast. You can remember this 横 and 撇 as waving arms, and 竖 is the body of the human being, and the 捺 is people's track when they walking along the road. 好, next one is 卒. The original meaning of 卒 is a victory of expedition, the triumphant return. In modern script, on the top it is 口. You can remember this as the human head, and on the bottom it is also the shape of the walking. So you can remember this is a human body, this is one arm, the other arm, and then this is the way that they're working. And then together with this, it represents the food. Next one, 金. 金. The original meaning of 金 is a red-yellow precious mineral hidden in the sediment. In 甲骨文, the glyph indicate these precious minerals in the shape of the particles are contained in the sediment. In modern days, you can remember this 撇 and 捺 as the cover of the instrument that used to smelt this metal, and this 横 竖 横 are the instrument, and these two dots are the fires. But remember, this is only for you to easy to remember the radicals. Alright, let's read. 沿背走足筋 Let's write. 沿点横横横竖横折横点 in the bracket 点横折钩背竖横折撇捺走横竖横 This pronounced as 2 means verse. 竖横撇捺足竖横折横口 mouth 竖横撇捺足筋撇捺横横竖点点横筋撇横横横竖提好 the last 5 radicals 门 36 门 The original meaning of 门 is switchable door. In 甲骨文 the glyph is like 2 households installed side by side at the entrance of the house. In the modern script, it is just use the cursive shape of the 门, completely eliminating the double households, and it is like the outline of the door. Next one, 37, 37, 锥. The original meaning of 锥 is a bird with a long tail. With a short tail, constantly used by hunters as a hunting assistant to pursue the target of small beasts on the ground. In modern script, you can remember the left part is like the wings of the bird, and the right part, this is the bird's head, and this, the 4 lines and one shoe represent the body of the birds. Next one, 雨. The original meaning of 雨 is the waters coming down from the sky. In 甲骨文, remember this long horizontal line on the top of the character represents the sky, and the vertical lines represent the water comes from the sky. In the modern script, we also use a long horizontal line represent the sky, and the 4 dots, 4 点 to represent the drops of water come from the sky, and this, you can remember this as the range or scopes or the area that where the rain goes. So this can also represent the rain, the water from the sky. 好, next one, 39, 食. The original meaning of 食 is to eat deliciously. In 甲骨文, on the bottom, this is a container of the food. On the top, this is a mouse bow down to eat something inside of the container. But after Li Shu, the shape of the 食 has changed a lot. In modern days, you can remember this like this is a cover of the container of the food, and this is the food, and this is the bottom of the food. Okay, next one, the last one is 马. The original meaning of 马 is long-faced, big-eyed, mane-flying, long-tailed animal. Let me show you the animal. So big eyes, flying manes, long tails animal. In modern script, it simplified the whole body script and the four-point bottom into one horizontal line. Alright, so we use this to represent 马. Let's read. 门追雨时马. Let's write. 门竖点横折钩追撇竖点横竖横雨横竖横折钩竖点时撇捺横折横竖提撇捺 This 时 in the bracket 撇横钩竖提马横竖 or 横折竖折竖钩横